Globally, the last 5 decades has seen the most intense advocacy and activism towards a reawakening of society's consciousness to the era of relegating women at the backseat of governance and the control of natural resources. Out of a total population of over 60 million, women in Tanzania constitute over 32 million. Therefore, in a developmental initiative that sidelines this segment of the population has hugely discriminated. In spite of the Beijing Declaration and Platform of Action for Women, they still have many hurdles to cross in their struggles to rub shoulders with men at the national level. Indeed, the women's empowerment groups are leaving no stone unturned to reduce the trend. Several associations are campaigning to ensure women are given equal platforms in governance or any decision-making outfit. The Ministry of Community Development, Gender and Children is a national gender machinery formulating policies that would ensure gender equality is effectively implemented. The Media Council of Tanzania, the Tanzania Media Women Association, Umoja wa Wanawake Tanzania, Tanzania Women in Parliamentarians Groups, Tanzania Gender Networking Programs, and several others are all fervently advocating for gender equality to be implemented in all spheres of governance. International Women's Day represents an opportunity to celebrate the achievements of women while calling for greater equality. Although the last 2 decades have seen some progress towards gender equality and women's empowerment, a lot still has to be done. The numerous acts of courage carried out by women and their determination to make positive changes have made contributions to communities and countries at large. Despite all this, the world remains unequal, and African women especially face various obstacles including gender-based violence, sexual harassment, and gender disparity, especially at workplaces. The government, under the leadership of President John Pombe Magufuli, has on many occasions recognized the contributions of women towards the country's economic development and political dispensation. The government has made a commitment to continue supporting women through the implementation of various policies that campaign against gender-based violence and foster women economic empowerment. It has also adopted policies that advance gender equality and youth inclusion in a supportive and enabling environment. For instance, the proportion of seats held by women in parliament, according to statistics conducted by Index Mundi, rose from 16.40% in 1999 to 36.90% in 2019. It is without doubt that women's interests, concerns, and perspectives have been better incorporated in parliamentary debates under President Magufuli's government. Indeed, women's participation in governance has been a challenge since party political activities began in the period before independence. Therefore, Vice President Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan, Deputy Speaker Tulia Ackson, Health Minister Dr. Dorothy Gwajima, Minister of State in the Office of the Prime Minister Jenista Mhagama, Minister of Education Professor Joyce Ndalichako, Ashantu Kijaji, Janet Mbeni, and many others, all holding top positions in governance, past and present, gives credence to the fact that His Excellency President Magufuli is walking his talk of ensuring about 40% of women are involved in decision-making at the national level. As Tanzania joins the world to commemorate this year's International Women's Day on the theme Choose to Challenge, Daily News Digital interviews some outstanding women in the country, asking what a day means to them and why there's a need for more women to be in leadership positions in a male-dominated society. Madam Pili Intambalike is with the Media Council of Tanzania. Madam Janet Mbeni was a former Deputy Minister of Industry and Trade.
This is a celebration of achievements and recognition of a day that is celebrated globally for gender equality, gender parity, and inclusive development. I want to advise women that we are shy to negotiate. We are shy to demand. This is the time that we should start demanding what we deserve to get. Women need to learn to negotiate. Women, you must learn to negotiate your terms. But it's not just in the job situation. And that's why this is very important. And that is how I see this celebration or this International Women's Day to mean. But it is also an opportunity and a platform to look at how far we have come and how far we still need to go to achieve fully gender parity, gender equality, and inclusive development. But it is also a call to action to leaders globally, government, business, non-state actors, and all stakeholders in development to ensure that they consider every person on earth as part and parcel of the developing world.
Research has revealed that women make up 51% of the world's population, yet they still remain most vulnerable and less privileged among the human race in terms of job positions and other spheres of life. Without active participation of women and the incorporation of women's perspective at all levels of decision making, the goals of equality, development, and peace cannot be achieved. Measures introduced must be effectively implemented to deal with social factors that mitigate against women's ability in various forms.